Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Evercade podcast. I'm Ed. There's Pete. There's Crow. There's Rich. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
What is up?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Oh. Happy New Year.
New
It's
year,
2024,
new fun.
can you believe it?
I know, right?
Aren't we supposed to have like flying cars and teleportation now?
Look,
Yeah, right?
yeah, people can't even drive cars on the ground. I wouldn't try stuff up in the air with it.
Yeah, that would be fun though. To see
Oh, God.
carnage in the sky.
Ah.
That was kind of funny, actually. Sad, but funny.
Oh man.
I think the only way we'd get
Wait.
flying cars is if they could fly themselves. Like,
Yeah.
no human interaction.
Yeah, Elon Musk will solve that for us.
Oh, God.
And there's 4 of us here for the first time in forever starting the show.
Yay.
No one's pointing elbows, but I am virtually pointing an elbow.
Yeah, we made it. We made it through.
Yay.
We did not make it through last week. That is for sure. So hopefully everyone's New Year's went a little bit better than ours, but it was a wild adventure, man.
I stayed up till midnight, so I achieved something I haven't achieved in years.
That's cool. I mean, we actually made it too, but it was just because we were just locked on various couches and beds and bedrooms, and we're just like, yeah, we're just up anyway. So we turned it on, watched the old ball drop, and then just went to bed.
Actually,
It's funny because we get to see the ball drop twice. Because-
I was watching Takashi's Castle when it hit midnight.
That's
I was playing.
awesome.
I was playing Street Fighter 6 World Tour. I made it level 21 when it struck midnight. That's what I was doing,
Very cool.
and I am like loving that game. Like I am obsessed by Street Fighter 6 World Tour right now.
World Tour. Is it what mode of the game is that?
the story
only
mode.
played the story mode. Yes.
I just unlocked Ken at the construction yard, so he's
Oh,
now my
okay.
manager.
Yeah, I've actually go back and forth. I can't remember who it was that I just last got to. Zangief was pretty recent for me.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me.
Cammy was pretty. Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Cammy is right. No. Yeah. Anyway, Chun-Li is the first one. She's the first one of names
Yes.
for people. Yeah.
I was going to say,
Yeah, so
I
don't
like to play
spoil
the
it for me,
Street Fighter with all the
Don't
No,
worry.
technically that other guy that you first meet is the first one. 'cause
Yeah,
he's a
exactly,
playable
yeah.
character, but you don't know him because he's brand new.
Yeah, he's a new character, but yeah. So I've been doing that and going back, and I finished Mortal Kombat 1, first finished game of 2024, Mortal Kombat 1 story. Now I'm starting with Mortal Kombat 9, so that's retro talk. Starting with 9, which is called just Mortal Kombat, and I'm doing all the stories back to 1 again. So I'm on a big Mortal Kombat kick right now.
Nice.
Nice.
Mortal Kombat was one of the games I bought during the Steam sale,
Yeah,
and I
you and
booted
I
it up
talked
just
about
to
it, yeah.
take it. Yeah, but I haven't really played it.
Mortal Kombat.
Fantastic. I'm like
I'm really looking forward to Tekken 8 though. I like Tekken 8 way more, or Tekken series.
so much
way
so I
more.
nerded out and bought the Mortal Kombat movie that came out in 2021.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
that's actually not a bad movie.
That's a really good movie. It makes the first one from '95 look like crap. Like it's not bad.
I like the original. I'll maybe have to check it out. I don't
You
know.
gotta
I'm-
have
I'm-
Chris Lambert every once in a while, though.
I'm old school. I like my Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat's 2D, and then that's it.
Well, it's on a 2D monitor. You're not you playing it in virtual reality.
Now Tekken I'm fine with because it was always 3D, but we'll see. Other than
those
that,
games-
you guys play any
those-
actual Evercade?
Yeah,
Yes.
I finished The Legend of Wukong.
Nice.
No, it's not a nice. It's a terrible game.
Awful game.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But you made it
I put my
through.
super pocket over the
You
break.
made it.
I had my
You
super
did it.
pocket with me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been I've been dipping into a little bit of Super Pocket as well, playing some Taito, and then kind of just like dipping my head and hands into various things. I played the December game of the month a little bit while setting up my Duke VS, and then I've got all the rest of the cartridges staring at me. I still haven't played any of the Dukes yet.
What, dude? You need to play the.
I need
Duke 1 and 2.
yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Well, I'll get to it too. It's not in. It's what order is it in?
Yeah, right. But
Let's
yeah,
see.
we're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 cartridges out for me.
Let's see, how many cards?
I just need to catch up and play more Good Boy Galaxy. I got to get, but I was a little scared too because some people are like, I put 20 hours. I'm like, is it that long of a game? Dang.
20 hours isn't long. That's how much long I spent playing The Legend of Wukong.
For me, it is now. I like my games to be between like 4 and 10 hours now, like for completing them. We have like so.
To me,
many
that's nothing. It's if I can finish, if a game is done in 4 hours, it's like there's got to be some reason to go back to it. Otherwise, it's
Really?
kind of.
Are there 49 cartridges?
What?
Are there just 49 cartridges currently?
Just 49? Did you just say just?
Well, I mean, like
50. Well, 50,
have-
51. I have 51.
well, 51 as in 51 at the at the release of Indie Heroes 3, right?
No, I'm not even counting that. I'm talking up until the Good Boy Galaxy and Demons of Asgore
that's
collection.
right. That's
There's
right.
51.
I don't have those boxes in front of me, and I left those off the list.
That's just said that we got over 50.
Yep. Yeah. I was just trying to like look at it and be like, oh wow.
I'm so far behind. I had to have a list to tell me which ones to play in what order.
Yeah, and it'll be 50.
Man.
Yep, it'll be 53 at you're right, Desi. It'll be 53 at Indie Heroes 3 and C64 3.
I did a lot of Evercading over the break. Then had to take like a little bit of a break, play some of the new like Vampire Survivors DLC, and come back and kind of dive back in. But you know what? I think I should say hi to the chat, and then we can
100%. Let's do it.
we can dive into some stuff. Not really much in the way of news, and then yeah. So let's
It's a boring time right now.
No, it's not. There's plenty of Evercade stuff to play.
Oh yeah, no, I mean from news. In the perspective of news, right?
Yeah. No, I just have one minor thing that mainly affects me, but and maybe some other people.
Hey,
but
it's all about you.
Yep, because I'm the host. We got Lord JRM. We got Ruska. We have Forge Ember. We have Desi.
What's going on?
Nathan Foster. Ballistic Coffee Boy.
What's up?
Jason Shears.
Hey.
Tales from the Jungle and Wastes. Oh,
Nice.
hey, Rob Taylor.
Come on, Rob.
iHeartRadio.
Nice.
Fan Fiction channel member.
Yeah.
And we have WizBits Random Gaming. I love that.
Nice. That's pretty cool. And Tiberius, hello from France. Well, hello.
Tiberius Stormwind. No.
What's going on, man? Welcome on in.
Machina reference. Anyways, yeah. Did you count Full Void twice?
I mean, no.
No.
I mean, I know technically they're two different like physical cartridge labels or whatever, but no.
It's literally the same content.
It's the same.
In those cartridges.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same game. So if there was different content in the special edition, I would say yes. I would count them as separate.
Yeah.
But
like
yeah, the fact that they're the same game and it's just like all the goodies you get in the box, then no. Sweet,
well,
man.
Thank you. Thank you, WizBits.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. So one minor thing, and kind of like the title says, so with the like for me, like I've been waiting on my replacement like Duke 2 cart for like a long time, but it is out of well, they're both out of stock in video games.
You'll probably be waiting another couple months for that, dude.
Yeah, that was a big cart, right?
Yeah. Like you got to go reprint them, right? From China.
They said not to the end of February.
That makes sense.
Them back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah, but
that makes sense. I would think you're not getting it till March because Chinese New Year too, right?
But yeah, definitely. But if we look over here, of course, Funstock has it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know,
the Brits getting a special treatment.
Man, well,
that's them the breaks. You wait and you know.
Yeah. No, I only would have been like super upset if it was the first cart. I don't mind as much, except for the fact that I want to be able to do my initial impressions.
Sure.
On it, but what I might have to do would be like, oh, well, I can't play the third game.
I haven't even opened my second collection because I've been playing the first one too much, so I haven't even looked at the second one yet.
Yeah.
For me, it's my life matters more when I play it than my channel when it comes to showing it. Well, that's a Blaze problem, right? That's just a quality problem. That's not the distributor's problem or the store's problem.
No,
Just
no.
getting them in stock and whatnot.
Yeah, they only get so many, right? You can't blame
Yeah.
Video Games Plus or Fun Stock when it comes
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a planning issue, right? It was like, hey, we think we're going to sell X, where they.
But if you look here, like everything else is like plus 10. So yeah, it's rare when I've seen, like, every now and then there'll be a cart, like even like Sunsoft, they've got a ton of, but yeah, every now and then that'll happen.
I mean,
Well, it's just based on demand, right?
yeah, and in a way, I guess it's a good thing, right? Like
Yeah.
they got a high demand cart and it's working well for them. So as long as they can keep
I
pumping it out,
I want to see all sold outs there. That would be epic, right?
right?
Yeah, that'd
How
be the best.
awesome would that be?
Like just for a short term, though, like for a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
days, and then they get new stock, right? Because you want other people to get the carts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But enough to show that, like, oh, hey, the holidays really hit, a lot of hardware moved that was new, and people are trying to get those other collections. That would be good.
Kind of interesting that these two aren't sold out, and I think because the Astabros you can get easily, you can get on platforms, and I think people don't really know about Good Boy Galaxy. But then Full Void you can, but maybe people like the physical copy, which is cool. So I don't know. It's hate to say it, but you're not going to see these computer collections.
Well, I also think that the Duke collections have been kind of spoken about more by bigger channels.
Yeah,
that would normally talk about Evercade,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
like Lazy Game Reviews, especially since he had a hand in making that Duke cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Dukes kind of transcend the Evercade, right? The name itself is still prominent in the general gaming populace, right? There's still it's not like it's a dead IP. So
even Nuke 'em Forever.
What it is, it's unfortunate, but that's just like
there was and there's still a lot of people talking about like their properties and whatnot. Just as like a smaller example over on X, the company, the holding company for Apogee right now, is still talking about the old Dukes and their early stuff. I guess they're going through their old warehouse or whatever, and all sorts of people are all over those posts. So so there's a lot of interest in that stuff.
Do you think if they did a Doom or Quake, I mean, I don't know, do you think they would probably still get as good a reception or close, or would people just kind of be like,
oh my god, I think Doom would blow. Doom would be bigger than
Doom for sure. I don't know about Quake so much anymore, but I don't even know if the Evercade can handle Quake, to be honest.
But Doom 100%.
Yeah.
They would, but Doom doesn't have the variety that Duke has, right? For a game, like retro game, it's just Doom.
Yeah, they could 1 and 2, and then.
But you know what I mean? But
final
gameplay variety and visuals is still Doom first-person shooter, where Duke transcended, went from side-scrolling to third-person, right?
Right.
Third-person to first-person. There's so many different Duke versions of that genre, that third-person camera, first-person camera, side-scrolling. Whereas Doom is just first person, right? So
well, it's like they could do
for
like
me,
a
Duke
Wolfenstein.
Is more interesting in that way.
Yeah, because you're playing as Duke and not playing as an unknown character. Exactly. Yeah.
They could do like a Wolfenstein 3D final Doom combo thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They could even do the PlayStation version of like if they really wanted to. And
but Crow, you know what I
can't
mean,
do DOS.
Yeah. Like Duke has different camera angles and different play styles for people. So it's more, for me, it's more interesting on the retro side.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do Wolfenstein, because if you've gone back and played that, like the controls are like really bad compared to.
Well, if they needed something to pair Doom with, and it can't be the DOS version.
Wolfenstein, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I wonder could it run the new Doom that came out on Switch? That looks like N64 but rezzed up.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's like what Doom 64.
It's a Doom game that came out that resembles that art style. What is it called?
Got me. I don't know.
I'll check my library.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the one I'm thinking about. Maybe it's a different game. Never mind. Yeah. It's a different game.
But I think it's kind of goes back to what we're saying. Like things like stuff like this shows like people like Full Void and the Dukes were the most talked about. It seems like in comments and things, people were the most excited. So I really hope that Blaze next year does more of that.
Yeah. Is it a surprise that Home Computer Heroes is also out of stock to you guys?
They're probably not reprinting that, right?
Oh,
Home Computer Heroes?
Do you think they're going to reprint that? You think?
Why not?
I don't
mean,
know.
if it's sold out.
No, I don't know. I'm not saying they're not. I'm asking the question because, like, it's sold out, so they'll probably reprint it. But do you think Computer Line is driving a lot of major sales, or just,
No.
I wonder what that. I'd love
Well,
to know
there's-
their numbers.
It might
I'd like
be
to know their
by
percentages
region,
of-
though. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to see their percentages of what's
Mhm.
selling and what's not selling.
Yeah, yeah, and I would like to see those figures at like per region as well. Because
that'd be awesome.
you never know, right? Every audience is different. What catches here in North America might not catch in the UK and vice versa, right? So,
And especially since the indie games hero stuff, like they have their own audience, and most of those people that made those games have their own YouTube channels, and they've been probably talking about, hey, my game is now on the Evercade, so that's opening that door up
Right.
to those
Right.
people.
Yep, yeah, it's pretty cool the way that all of that is working out, and I think the fact that this platform has that many like niche within a niche lines, it gives Blaze a lot more flexibility to do stuff, and if it works for them, then great, because that means we can get like cool new stuff, as they go on, like bigger and better properties and that kind of thing. So, why not, right?
Definitely. So yeah, that's really all in the way of news. I mean, things have been pretty quiet. I know. I think they're back into being active, and I say that because I think I've seen like Sean on Discord.
Yeah, yeah. I think you'll wind up seeing, this will be like that lull, right? The month of January will be maybe some updates and like that kind of stuff, and then at the release of C64 3 and Indie Heroes 3, then we'll get the new set of cartridges, and then the rumors about the New Year's roadmap, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, but it's good though, because you get a lot of breather. We got hit with that fire hose November, December, so you get a little time to actually dig in and start playing the games.
Yeah. I always feel bad when I ask for people to respond to polls, and then I forget at the end. So I'm like, okay, before we go in, because I do want to talk about like some predictions and things and and stuff. But like, so this, I felt like I was just curious. At the start of the new year, 96 votes. So it's like great. Like I love when we get close to like or over 100. And so I just asked people at the start of the new year. I feel 8% said hungover. This I did expect to be the highest, because this is exactly how I felt. Dreading to go back to work, 32. But 31 is optimistic, and 28 is meh.
The chicken.
Yeah. I mean, chickens, because the chickens are just kind of like meh. Like,
I guess chickens is like
they don't care about
the meh of the meat world, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They know they have limited time. And then we got some people saying that, like, Gamertron, I'm hungover, had 2 weeks off, optimistic going back to work, look forward to great things. Happy New Year's, guys.
Nice.
Wordswoven, dreading going back to work. Phantom Fiction, I've been kind of a late, need to spend more time writing, more diverse in my gaming. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Sometimes, like, I can relate to that. Like, I'm like, okay, I know today I've been, like, super busy and stressful, but I'm going to force myself to play some games or do some other things that I enjoy. Had 2 days off over Christmas, so not really fussed. And then Sucker MC, all the above except C.
Oh no, he's not optimistic. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle, because with me, like, I really enjoyed my time off, and just I was like busy doing different stuff, but I didn't have to worry about when to wake up, and played a lot of Evercade. Had the kind of had the time to dive into things for a few hours. Longer gaming sessions, and yeah.
I am amped for 24. I don't know why. It's just like I feel it. I feel it in the bones. That like some cool things are continuing to happen. I mean,
I'm gonna wait for
Poly Mega.
What's up?
I said, you just got your Poly Mega. I'd be amped too.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it didn't hurt. Getting my Poly Mega did not hurt. But
my cock hurts.
Hey, what's up, Mike? But I don't know. It's just like it just feels. It feels like there's some more things that are going to be on the way. You know, like
Sure,
for
sure.
for here, for the for fans of Evercade, I think it's going to be a good year. Fans of Atari, I think it's going to be a great year. Polymega owners are getting their Polymegas. So like that's going to be pretty cool. I think all around in this sphere, in my sphere anyway, cool things are starting to happen. So I'm excited to see what comes down the line. So, and as we get into these 2024 predictions here, I'm
What do you think, Rich? Yeah. What do you?
I'm thinking, just blanket, real easy, kind of cop out prediction. I really do believe that this year is the year of like the return of like a mega publisher. One of the big ones. Not necessarily like a return like what we've already had them, but like a new publisher will wind up gracing this device, and it's going to be huge because I think they got their foot in, and yeah, my watch.
I'm not sure I understand.
My watch doesn't understand, but I understand. I really honestly believe that it's going to happen this year, and it'll probably if I have to like put some caveats on it, it'll probably happen. We'll know about it sooner rather than later. I think that's what'll happen. Ballistic. I'm bringing in some Atari in there. I predict Atari will buy something else.
God, what if Atari bought Blade?
I agree.
Wow.
They're just gonna not stop buying things. Now, I would put that prediction up on a board and say I think they're gonna buy something unexpected this year. That's what I think. I think it's gonna happen.
Which means you expect them to buy something. So what do you expect
them to buy? Something, but I expect it to be unexpected. I think they're gonna move into either something that's modern, and that's gonna be unexpected, or they're going to potentially try to buy they're gonna wind up trying to buy like one of the old like competitor IPs. Like they'll try to buy out like Coleco or like they'll just try to eat like all of the retro. Like that may be their next move, is just try to consolidate it all.
It would be interesting. Like, don't buy anything that would interfere with Evercade deals. No, but I know we talk about Konami a lot. I think it is, since we've had it is time for some Konami or some TurboGrafx. But I wonder if that's going to be in the way of a Super Pocket. That's here. So definitely, I predict there's going to be a Super Pocket that's going to upset everybody.
Okay.
Collection wise.
You mean there hasn't been already?
Yeah, Crow, I'm almost with you on that one because I want to say too, like I guess maybe looking back at 23 to into 24, I am honestly certain that the reason why there's still Super Pocket Collector's Edition bundles on Funstock right now is because people saw that Capcom one and went, no, I already have my EXP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they didn't buy the EXP bundle, the Super Pocket bundle because they didn't want another Capcom device.
Yeah, it just makes sense, right? I predict two major things. I predict that we're going to get new hardware, guaranteed. They're going to publish produce some type of new hardware.
Okay.
And the second thing, I predict that you're going to get more Super Pockets. And not only they're going to upset people, but it's going to come at the expense of these big licenses coming to the Evercade. I think so. That's basically you'll see a big license, Sega, but it might be the hype, like the Super Pocket as opposed to the Evercade cart. But I think Evercade is going to produce more hardware outside of the Super Pocket. Like they're two separate things, but I predict something new hardware wise coming from them.
Time to global hyper meganet.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it would be disappointing to have that big publisher only be another Super Pocket at the expense of more carts, in my opinion. But I mean, I could see it. I could see that being another way of getting more IP out there under the arm. But man, I really want to see more carts.
Well, they didn't go down the route with the Super Pocket and to abandon it. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
They're going to at least put two more out next year.
Yeah, 100%. That'll definitely happen.
I think maybe it might depend on the sales. One thing I can say is the fact that the special editions of the Super Pocket, like, to be honest, I think whoever thought that people would, I don't know, $150 for 2 of those, like, who was smoking crack to put that up compared to like Duke Nukem, like that sold out within 24 hours. Like that says something, right? Like, so I don't know. It's just I get that Blaze is trying to branch out. My concern is that, like, when they go away from the initial vision, which is have everything on carts, that's just for retro gamers, by retro gamers, don't lose that vision.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's that maybe that's just more of a me issue, but that's, I guess what they say, some people don't like change. Like some certain things, like for Evercade, like I'll admit, like I don't want there to be as much change. Like I want them to continue the basic model. Yeah, if we have to pump out 1 or 2 super pockets a year, come out with another handheld, but don't do anything stupid or crazy. Because that's why I like Evercade. I like, it's, in a modern day where like carts and everything are expensive, I like having the physical media, and for me that's what it's all about. So it's you know what I mean? Like we have like a Nintendo Switch and all that other stuff. So yeah. We'll see though. I do want them to go after more, like, more of those other games that we don't know about. Like Full Void, like that was something I in a million years I never would have like known about, never would have spent money on. I mean, like even the Asta Bros I heard about. I think that they need to, or I'll tell them they've set the bar, and they need to at least do like a remake once a year, or they need to come out with some original like new games, like exclusive. Like I think that's what they need to focus on, because I get that, sure, maybe putting a new, like, okay, here's the thing. Coming out with a new handheld, like let's say an EXP 2.0 with a bigger screen, that may initially make more money for them, but I don't think it expands their player base. I think if you come out with like something like a Duke does, and I think in the long term you'll get more people, you'll get more customers, and you'll make more money. I hope they do that and don't go for the quick like cash grab.
Yeah, I think if they start doing more hardware, they're just going to turn, like they kind of similar to what Neo does for that Chinese Chinese handheld creator. They just create handhelds over handhelds. Like you got 10 or 12 a year coming out.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of runs that way. I'd rather just make some games. Like get some games. That's all.
I don't want any new hardware in 2024 unless it's an accessory, really, like a trackball or.
Yeah, I really don't want anything. I just want games. But I don't think there's enough money to be made in the games to sustain the company, and that's why they keep doing hardware. I think that's just who they are.
Yeah.
Or you know what? If they do that, then just do the special editions. Because though, pick a good IP, those will sell out. Like if they did like a Capcom, like if they did, you know what? This would be interesting. What if they did like a Capcom VS? I don't know though. It might make people rage because it's if you could only get the games on that version of it. But
I think they missed the boat on the Capcom VS already, or the Capcom EXP. I think the compromise was the Super Pocket, the custom Super Pocket.
Yes, I mean, if they were going to do a Capcom VS, then there would be no reason not to have a Capcom cartridge.
Yeah.
It's just that they've done so many different things, I guess, and so much different hardware and iterations. It's almost unpredictable what they can do, what they will do, because who knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're stepping, like you talk about their vision. I think the vision has been broke a while ago, right? Where they produce native games that don't have save states. So they've already broken part of their vision on that, and they've now got Super Pocket and not games on a EXP but on the cart. So I think their vision is just evolving constantly, right? So hard to hold them accountable to that when it's they're trying to run a business.
Yeah.
All I want is more games and better quality control. That's it. If they can do those two things, man, I'll be a fan forever.
Yeah,
right?
I'm with you. That's all.
That's all. That's all they need to do.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with that.
Yeah, and that's why, like, exactly, and that's why I kind of feel like more R&D, and that's why I always say I do get tired of hearing the excuse that we're a small company, but we keep hiring more people. Like, I just want to kind of be like, just, and I realize that, like, of course, there's going to be issues with everything, but I just want those just to be addressed, like sooner, like day one. Like,
yeah,
it's just
small companies is an excuse sometimes, a convenient excuse. It depends. You can be small, but if you have the right people in the right roles, you can do phenomenal things.
Yeah.
Like I work in a company that's 32 of us, and we're producing something that is massive, and like so like it's all about who you have in your company actually.
I will definitely. I will say to the Evercade's credit, like the Duke 1 and 2 was flawless. And what I mean is there weren't any day one patches. Everything worked. The save like that system, it doesn't have save states, but it kind of you could save like at any time at any point. So it kind of like they did that perfectly. What's interesting is like so the native they knocked out of the park, but like with the Duke 3D they didn't because save states were broken. So yeah, it's another catching up. But yeah, Pete, I agree. I would just like them just just focus on good games and quality control. That's all that I want to. Especially since I've been playing a lot lately, more on the VS than the handheld. So I'm like, I guess maybe another handheld with a bigger screen. I don't know, but that's my priority for me. But like I could the EXP is still fine. Like I don't want that. How many firmware updates?
I'll have to think long and hard before I buy another handheld from 'em. It's got to do something really special for me outside of the EXP, and it can't be just another 16 Konami games on it. Like for me, it needs to be a leap forward. Screen size is probably part of it, but it needs to be able to run like Saturn or N64 or whatever the next iteration of games, right? Like I'd like to see that. For me, that's like I'm kind of done with the new. Like, there's got to be something new for a new handheld to impress me. This is outside of Super Pockets because I love the Super Pockets. I think Super Pockets are amazing. But I think, it would need to do something really special for me. I mean, if they come out and they decide, like I've been hammering them for 3 years, like to do a countertop arcade with 10 slots and full stick and all that, I'd buy that in an instant. Like that would be epic.
Yeah, I think that maybe only like 10 people would buy. I don't know. That's a problem. I think it would be it would be cool, but I think it would be really expensive for what it is compared to what else you can get up.
Well,
you know
not really. When if they do it, they don't have to pay for license. Like take like the Mortal Kombat tabletop ones, right? They're not that big, and they're like $100, but you're paying for the license or whatever too. So you wouldn't have to do that for the Evercade because it just takes cards.
Just takes cards. Okay, so then it's just the hardware. Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
I mean, if they can create the ones with the Mortal Kombat and all the other licenses for like $100 US, I mean, Evercade should be able to do it for that or cheaper, right?
Yeah, it's hard to. It's hard to. You know what? So funny that you mentioned that, Nathan. I completely forget all about all the built-in games, and I rarely play them except on the Super Pocket because it's like it says Taito, and that's what it But on the Super Pocket though, I don't play anything else. So, official wireless control. But here's my other thing though. I think that before they do update their ecosystem and go to like Saturn or whatever, they need to make everything else, stable. Everything else stable, everything else easier to manage.
Sure, I'm just saying that would be the only thing that would excite me to go and buy a new handheld if they updated what generations of games could play on it, right? Like,
oh yeah. No, I'm with you because at this point it's like you have Tate mode, you have a better screen and everything. It's like what else could you do? I mean, sure you could always do longer battery life, but yeah, but really just to buy a whole new handheld for that, yeah. No, I know what you mean. They need to do something else special, and that's why if it takes
Dual
them like
screen.
yeah.
What? I'm just saying, maybe they'll do like Nintendo. We'll put 2 screens on it.
all of a sudden, we're getting DS cartridges. Like
which you would never get because I just play it on my DS. Like because you can get an EverDrive on your DS to play all the games.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really the best. That's really the best way. If it took them like another 2 years to develop and branch out to like Saturn or Dreamcast or PS2, and then in the meantime they get everything else fixed and done, then that would be good. Take their time, do the R&D to engineer an N64 chip.
A lot of fans of N64. I'm not necessarily one of them, but there is a lot.
Yeah, I'm not either.
No, that's a niche. Here's the thing with the N60. Here's the thing, N64. Just get something like a higher end, like Ambernick device or like a Steam Deck, and you can emulate and play. Unless you're also wanting to have the carts, but then I kind of feel like if you're wanting to have the carts, then you might as well just get like an N64. I don't know.
Polymega.
Couldn't the same thing you just said be true for like literally anything else?
Yes, 100%.
Well, but the cost though, right? But
Yeah.
but there's a cost involved. That's kind of the like Evercade cards are like they're 20 they're $20, and you get
But they're
you get,
being
like,
emulated, and the cost associated with that, if you don't care about the cost, is of the physical media, is nothing.
Right. It's always
Yeah.
cheaper to emulate on a Chinese handheld than it is to.
Well, it's free. That's
That's what I mean. So it's always cheaper if you grab like one of the millions of different ones out there and put thousands of ROMs on it. That's always cheaper than buying Evercade in 51 carts, right? Or 20 carts or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That argument is it a right argument? For me, it's the wrong argument because I'm not that person. I'd rather just have my wonderful collection of Evercade carts to stare at every day and pick and choose what I want to play.
Exactly. It's not. It's
I get
actually
overwhelmed with those devices that have like 50,000 games because I tend to spend all my time scrolling a list as opposed to playing the game.
Oh, you know what Launchbox did recently, though? You know how, like, when you go on Netflix and it says, oh, you watched this, you might be interested in this.
Recommended.
Yeah, they have recommended lists in Launchbox. Like, and you could even pull up the worst if you're interested in seeing a really bad game. You could pull up the worst games.
Steam does that on the Steam Deck. It shows you, you played this game, we recommend this game.
Yeah, so that helps with that sort of issue, not knowing what to pick.
Launchbox is just not... it's still kind of like in that niche group, right? It's not accessible on devices or stuff like that, right?
It's Launchbox is mainly Windows.
Yeah,
which is fine. Right? Is fine with me because that's what I prefer. So that's why I have it.
No, definitely. Like even with EmuJack, like I've been very selective and I put stuff on there like Saturn, PS2, Dreamcast, things that don't, things that I have like no other way to play, or like some GBA game, like Game Boy Advance, some other things like Tetris that I really want. But yeah, it is nice for the plug and play. And kind of speaking, like the other day, I kid you not, I was gonna play sit down and play Good Boy Galaxy, and then I'm like, well, let me play, because I'm always like deciding like, do I really need a 2600 plus, or does the Evercade still do it? And I popped in Atari 1, and I ended up playing a blast, like Centipede, Food Fight, like that. I don't know what, that's still one of my favorite carts. Like that's like, for me, that's like one of my comfort carts. It was those and the Namcos. Yeah. So before I do forget, Crow's Custom Prints. Why don't you show everyone like your Evercade accessories you printed out?
Oh, okay. Let's see. I wasn't like, okay. So
I'll put you solo. Yeah.
Really, the only thing I really, okay. So I did print out a grip so you could play this in Tate mode a lot easier. And you know what? I don't play the EXP a whole lot, but if I do go to this to do Tate mode, I'm going to be grabbing this. But you know what I could do now too is on the Evercade VS, you could do Tate mode as well. And I have a portable monitor. You could just put that up in vertically. Yeah. So
but show
that
like you added bigger screen on the inside.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just, like after I printed it, it was kind of loose in there. So I just threw a little bit of padding in there. So it's just, and this is like this is a glow in the dark filament I use. So in the dark, this would glow blue. The only other thing I printed that it was Evercade related was this fake cartridge. So you could print a fake cartridge if you want. Just
show them the dice tower, because that's
the dice.
You got to show them the fun. You got to show them the fun thing.
Well, that's not Evercade related though.
I know. But
so yeah, it's a dice tower. You throw, the dice in the top there, it falls down the steps, and
yeah.
And then
I love Dungeons and Dragons and tabletops. I'm like, you have to show that.
And since I'm showing stuff off, I do have this fidget screw.
And it printed like that. When I opened Pandora's box, it's like, no, I'm going to show everything.
How long did that take to print? Well, since I printed it out as slow as possible, that dice tower took like 2 days to print.
Yeah. So go to www.crowscustomprints.com now.
It's just thingiverse.com. Because none of that stuff is custom. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Cool. We're good at chill and chat. Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, this year looks exciting. I just hope we get the next announcement. I mean, we knew Indie Heroes 3. I was just hoping there would have been like a killer arcade cart or something something to pair with it just to get a little bit more excited. I think if it was Computer Collection and not Indie Heroes 3, not that Indie Heroes 3 isn't going to be good, but I already know about it. You know what I mean? So like the excitement. Like I want them to tease their next native or the next remake and all that other stuff. And the XP, the touchscreen. Yeah, I see, but maybe, but I don't know though. I don't want it to be like too computer like. I mean, I guess that could kind of be cool.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be stupid like Sony did with the Vita, where it's like, oh, we put a touchscreen in here, so the only way you can start the game is if you touch the screen.
What I hope they do hard, like let's say if they decide they're not going to do third party, if they're not going to come out with any peripherals like trackballs and whatnot, which what I hope they do, like if they need cash, do a Duke Nukem like EXP handheld. That'll also sell out like almost instantly. Do that, or do like or some other IP. I don't know. Maybe do like a Capcom EXP. Make it if they need that, just do a reskin of the existing ones, and then do some R&D, and then in a couple of years come out the next generation. Like wait. Saturn, PS2.
Did you say a Capcom EXP? Isn't that technically what we already have?
They do, but like if they did one that was like, but they don't have a Capcom skin. yeah. But they could do some cool stuff, like make it like Mega Man and Strider themed, and like have.
Well, I think the whole purpose of the EXP was to make it more, a more professional looking handheld. And the second you start adding these goofy colors, you're making it look more like a kid's device again, which is, I think, what they were trying to get away with away from when they were doing the EXP.
I'm just saying if cash flow is an issue, like doing reskins of existing hardware, like that's like a no-brainer, and they can do like exclusive interfaces, even without it. Like even if the Duke didn't even have that exclusive interface, I think it still would have sold based upon people's love for that. So yeah, that's what I want them to do. I just don't want them to go too much of the way of Arcade 1-Up, where it's like, hey, instead of a cart, you'll get Konami or you'll get Sega, but you're going to get it in Super Pocket, and I'll be Suck Panda. We'll have to see what they do. I would like to see somebody put the Game Boy Advance. Like I would like to see more Game Boy. I'm hoping now, since they have the Super Pocket, that maybe we'll get more Game Boy. Since it looks great on that. Game Boy sprites are like a little bit bigger, 4x3. Game Boy Advance maybe not as much. Hey, Mr. Shu. Arcade is always good, and just continue with some other bangers. Just to give us the Gremlin 3 collection.
The Gremlin 3 collection? Oh, yeah. I forget that. They only made 2 Gremlin movies. What are you talking about?
I know that, but I think it was. I forget who. I think it was Jason Shears or somebody like said that as a joke. They may have like commented. I think like somebody said that like as a joke, like that just to kind of troll, like they would do that. I almost want another Gremlin collection just because it would be such a fun video to make. I would hate that it would take away like an Evercade slot, but it would just be like.
How do you know it's taking away a slot? What if it's Gremlin or nothing?
Oh, God. Well, that's interesting. Although I think for that, I don't know, for that type of a video, if I would do it, like a part of me would want to do it normally, but a part of me would just want to do it very satirical, or just kind of be like, this is the best cart, but kind of like make people wonder, like, has Ed really lost his mind? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a part of me would just kind of want to be like totally sarcastic. I'd do all that, but we'll see though. I do hope we get more Atari. They may say no, but like Activision, like I think if anything, for me, like Activision Atari, that would be realistic. Like do that, or give us some type of Sega cart and hype that Sega is coming back with all like the Golden Axe and all the like. Give us hype it up with the 2D versions. What about an dual screen? Yeah, we talked about that, but I agree with what Pete said. That really, like, the best way to play a DS is on the actual hardware because of that. To try to emulate it. Like even like you can play them on Steam Deck and other devices, but it's a little bit more awkward. Sorry, did I got late to see people CGR 2008 up 2085. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing new. He's done CGR season 1 2085 was several years ago. He just started a season 2 of that. Classic Game Room.
Oh, okay. I was totally confused. I was like, yeah, an episode a year. Oh, I wonder if we'll get a Pico 4, Pico Arcade 2. I think, especially Pico Arcade 2 would be really good. Pico 4, I'm not sure what else is there. I will see if they still have it up on. I don't know if they still have it up on Humble Bundle, but I did. So I did get suckered into buying like one of their dollar ones off of Fanatical that had like Samurai and one of the other ones. But I will say that like the emulation and it's so much better on Evercade because like if you buy it just on Steam, the buttons, nothing is mapped right. And you don't have the option to do you don't have the option to do like a proper like fill the 4:3 aspect ratio, and there's no save states. It's like they just like threw it out there.
For what game are you talking about?
Let me see if I can hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. It should be not my last played. I'll make an excuse of using the web interface. Like if I have to, I can just launch the Steam. I have to launch the Steam client, but I try not to bog down my bandwidth with anything else. I thought you could actually see your library with the web client. Maybe you can't since you can only play. Yeah, hold on. I'll actually fire it up so I can better talk about. But there. Because there's a few other like Pico games, out there, like the Noah's Ark and Hunchback and all those other weird. Yeah, let me actually bring it up so it makes more sense what I'm talking about. I hate when I have like my train of thought. I know I have a group on my Steam Deck called New, and so I can just look and then it can make more sense of what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
I'm
looking confused.
I'm categorized. No. I have a cat. I'm looking. There we go. New. Okay. So anytime when I get a new game, I make a category on my Steam Deck called New so I can play them and I add the games to it. And then I can, of course, it's like not like an alphabetical. It's like not like an alphabetical order. God, why am I not finding it here? But yeah, it was a Humble Bundle. It was like $1 for 2 of them, and I was like, second. Okay, so Second Samurai. Yeah, let me actually bring it up and so I can share it since someone brought up Pico. And the reason, so I'm getting around a long-winded way of saying that these would be so much better on Evercade because of all, all right. Now let me share this, and it'll make more sense. Technical difficulties. Yeah, this game. So yeah, this game here. So I cannot believe that like they would normally want like $10 for it or whatever. But I mean it looks pretty cool. And it's very weird. It's just it's so weird. I'll play some video there if it doesn't lag me out. But I got that one, and then I could find the other one for $1 each. But the problem is it doesn't feel, I haven't tried it yet on desktop, but it doesn't feel like the 4:3 aspect ratio. There's no save states. The only way I can map buttons through the Steam Deck, but I'm like, my god, like I guess I was spoiled by Evercade. Like go in, remap buttons, things look normal. You don't have to worry about it. But yeah, there's still more games. Like it's kind of like a very weird like Golden Axe like kind of that kind of version. I was gonna see what other.
That game was made in 2022.
Yeah, I know.
Well, obviously, because they used the word wicked, I don't think that was something you heard.
Or
back in
it's-
the communities.
Or it was just released on Steam on in 2022.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't look modern, but it could be one of those,
Yeah. See, there's 40
modern
wings.
retro takes. I don't know if I'd pay $10 for it, but well,
No, not at all. Oh, and the other, here's the other one, and this one's $8.99 Legend, which I was like, it was one of those ones where I was like, okay, I'm glad I only paid $1 for both of these.
Well, this one's 1994, Crow. So I think that is the release date. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
more like the
yeah.
real release date.
yeah, so I mean, the other one said 2022, so I'm thinking it's probably a new game.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that release date is kind of consistent to when the game was made, not when it was released on Steam. Maybe that's, I don't know. What does release date mean on Steam? Anybody know?
Oh,
It means
yes,
the
yeah,
date
yeah, I
it was
do.
released on Steam.
No,
Oh,
it's
that
not.
one says 1994, though. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm saying.
Oh,
Well,
oh.
I can,
And
I
the
can
other one
answer
said
that.
2022. So does it mean it's the release of the actual product or the release of the
Yes.
product on Steam?
No, it's the release of the actual product, because something like Doom, when it came out, they would come with new DLC, and I think people were, it was kind of like misleading, like, why is this a modern? No, it's the actual year, like
That it was released to the public. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. For that reason, so that way, if you see that way, you can tell it's an older game, it's a newer game. Even if they, now if it's a new DLC, that'll have a different date. But yeah, so yeah, Pete, no, you're right. It came out 2022. This one was 94. I mean, it could have come like to Steam yesterday, but like that was the initial date of when the game came into existence. Yeah,
Cool.
So yeah,
I like being
Mega
right
first.
and Crow being wrong.
Well,
yeah, I was.
It could be. It could also be. It could also be like somebody put. Yeah, if you're manually entering in these dates, maybe some of them
you're
are
right.
wrong.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
anything.
But I was glad I only paid $1 to like not have them on the Steam. I mean, I have them on the Evercade ecosystem, because there was like no options. You would be much better with an emulator than. But I was like, two of them for $1. So, took a chance.
I need
Took a
that.
chance on that. Crypto coffee. Interesting. Oh, okay. Now that you have an EXP in a pocket, I don't know. I think I'll have to see. I bet the next time I go somewhere where I would bring it, like to get an oil change, would be like I probably would bring. Yeah, I would definitely bring the pocket like
I
one
think
game.
I still say the OG handheld's the best feeling one out of all of their handhelds. Like it still has got the best feel for me as a handheld.
It's really
It doesn't
comfortable.
play the best or look the best, but it does feel the best in my hands.
I prefer the OG.
Yeah, I'm with you. It feels better.
Someone's playing Final Fantasy.
I just ordered the Pixel remasters for Final Fantasy. Never been a Final Fantasy old school fan, but I just ordered them, the Asian versions. Well, 6 of them are on the cart, so I'm excited to get them. To not play them.
I'd get them and not play them. Yeah.
Rich, you okay? You were just looked like you were still for a long time.
Yeah. So I accidentally hit a button.
Oh, Rich, we gotta say, are we gonna do the Katie Awards this year?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. What's going on, Chuck?
Because the Oscars are
We gotta
coming
do
up.
the Katie's
We
this
are.
year.
Yes.
The
that is-
Oscars are coming up. Pretty soon, we'll all have our own 3D printers, and we'll just be fine.
That's funny.
Yes.
A guy
yes.
at work wants to sell me his 3D printer, and I'm like, I wouldn't even know like how to use it. Like, but,
Once I got mine, I was printing stuff in like 30 minutes. It's
you're
super
more
easy.
industrial than I am. I would just probably look at it and it's like, I don't know what to. I'd probably build stuff that's probably inappropriate. Knowing
Oh,
me,
God.
I'm like, let me see what I can do here. I'm in the anyway, I won't say it. But hey, BJC. Hey, Chuckers, how you doing, Chuck? The intelligent master, Chuck.
He's doing all sorts of fun
I
stuff
should have
on
held
the
this up.
channel.
Let's see if
What is that?
The heck is that?
It's not
it's not
focusing
going to
right.
focus. Yeah, it's not going to focus.
Is it like a little dude hanging on a rope?
Yeah.
It's just hello.
Oh, for the love of God.
Well,
I'm pretty sure Crow doesn't work for a living. He's just an independent, wealthy man.
I have
who's
this.
like,
I have
I
this.
know.
I have this 3D pen.
There's no way. Oh yeah, my daughter has one of those. There's no way that Crow has a job. I think he's like an oil magnate or something. He's just retired.
I wish if I was,
I know.
I'd have a lot bigger house. I'd have a lot more cooler stuff.
No,
to
but you
show
could
in
be the
video.
dude that just doesn't live wealthy like that way. Just tinkers.
Too many homebrews, not enough time. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They've been pumping out in television homebrews. That's what they need, in television homebrew collection. All of like Princess Quest games. Because dude,
That would be
there's
awesome.
if you watch Papa Pete and DJ's channel, there's so many awesome
Yeah.
homebrews, like the Castlevania one and the
Yep.
Mario one for the Intellivision.
Yeah, they're
I
both
mean,
doing
they're
great work out there.
And they're all designed with modern controls, so Ed would not get like super mad at it, right? Because he doesn't know how to use anything with more than one button.
That's true. But though, I don't think they would be able to do the Castlevania or the Mario though.
Well, they just changed the name, and Televania is called.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's just inspired by Castlevania, right? Like Nintendo can't go out and like copyright every game that looks like that was inspired by Mario, right?
Right.
Because they go after everybody.
They could, the Castlevania one might be safe, but I think Mario they might, because that would be like Disney.
Yeah, the Mario one is,
Yeah.
but it's different looking enough, right? The visuals are not quite there, but they probably go after that one. But
Well,
like, there's so many other good ones, like Miner 49er never really come out on the Intellivision, but it's on the homebrew version of it. So
Dude, I love that on Atari 50. Yeah, they need to. Yeah.
Miner 49er, for some reason, I've got a lot of nostalgia for that game, but it's not the greatest game. But I do have a lot of nostalgia for it. But the same is because it's got a kind of a City Connection vibe too, where you're filling in the road.
Oh yeah,
right?
that is.
That's why, and I love
yeah.
City Connection. It's one of my favorite arcade games ever. The music is amazing in that game.
We need to get the arcade version of that. Yeah, you know what
The
I mean?
music is just awesome in that game. Like growing up in arcades, like being an arcade rat, a track
You're talking
music.
about City
Track
Connection.
music is
The
a lot of nostalgia for me.
You know, we need Jalico. We need arcade too, and we need to have City Connection on.
We need all arcades next year. Like if they only produced arcade collections, I think I'd be the happiest dude ever.
Oops, all arcade.
Oops, there we go.
That would be freaking amazing if they just said, "Hey, now that we've surpassed, 50."
Give me and Rich the Activision collection from the 2600, and then we're done.
Yes.
We retire from Evercade. Right, Rich? I think if we got that Activision collection that was on the PSP, Rich, that's all we want, right? The PSP version of the Activision collection. That's all we want.
Yeah, just give. Yeah.
Split it out into two collections on the Evercade. I'm down.
I had it on the PlayStation 2. I might still.
I have it on
PS.
PlayStation 2, PS, but I played most of it on PSP.
Yeah. That would be kind of cool.
There's
Homebrews,
so
man.
many good
You know what?
games, dude.
And I'll bring this up. So what would be interesting? So every word that's red, replace the red with the purple,
Yep, I'm
And
down
then-
with that.
and then replace the purple with the blue. And then
There
with
you
the other blue. Oh, there you go. Activate. Yeah. Then with the other blue, do more purple.
Do more.
Over
Wait,
45 radical games in one.
Now that El Diablo has left Activision, we might end up seeing it on the Evercade one day.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, Bobby Kotick has left El Diablo.
Oh, he's up.
You're not gonna get the hit 80 soundtrack though.
Come on,
Oh
Rich.
God,
Fair enough.
Pepsi Man.
I didn't,
Oh
I
God.
didn't see it.
How could
Rich
you
just
watch
got that, Rich. Come
Yes,
on.
I did. I just. Oh my
But yeah,
goodness.
it's I don't know. There's just something about those Activision collections that they need a new home. Like they haven't been
Yes.
on physical media in so long. They need to come to Evercade. Like
Yep. And that would be good. I would say
Yeah,
that
100%.
would certainly make 2024 a triumph if that was able to happen.
Dude,
That would be- that would
I
be
want that because I had it on the GBA, but the problem is with the original script, like it's not bright enough. And then now that I've played some of those games on my Steam Deck, I can't go back. I'm like, oh my God, Sequest, I could actually see the dude. So yeah, I would love to be able to to have that to play on the VS or the EXP. That would be
first time I played most of those games was on a black and white TV back in the day when I had them, and then playing them on black and white was amazing. Then
Yeah,
playing them on
great.
color was even better.
Yeah. Rigatoni, my Italian partner in crime.
What's up, man?
Oh, now I want.
I can say that because I'm Italian. Before anybody says anything. Surely 50 has to be the slim version. You know what? That would kind of be cool if they did just like a ROM dump.
Yeah, for
Atari.
part 50.
I think they're done with Atari though.
Yeah, they might be.
Until Atari buys them.
They did put a lot of stuff out there. You know,
Until Atari buys them.
until Atari. Yeah, right.
We better watch out. Atari might buy us.
Yeah, let's just buy
Yeah.
everything. That's nuts.
Yeah, you just have like one company like own all the retro stuff, and then you don't want them to turn into like an EA or something. I don't know.
No, there's
Atari's
gotta
been
be,
cool so
there's got to
far.
be enough people around to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. I didn't know that was on the Game Boy Advance, but I think it's kind of funny that they have you playing it in a TV. Like, I know it's all blurry, but
Yeah,
Yeah, so can't see that.
like
dude?
blinding me.
yeah, I know. It's like focus.
Yeah, right.
There you
Why
go.
isn't it?
See you all next week on the Atari Cast.
Yeah.
No, that's Ballistics channel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I can almost see it. That's kind
Yeah, I
of
know.
yeah, I could almost see it too.
Yeah.
There's probably a way to make. Oh, okay. When you hit the button, then it goes full screen.
Part 52
was
is
Action
Action
52.
52. That's pretty cool, actually. Action 52 sucked though. It wasn't great.
I mean, almost every single one of those games was
Yeah, they all were pretty
dismal. It
bad.
wasn't even just good. It wasn't like,
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of great compilations back in the day.
52 at Cheetah. You know what? That
The
you know
best
what?
collection
You know-
was the Mario collection, All Stars on Super Nintendo. I think that started the whole trend, right?
that was a pretty good collection.
So you know what though, because they like Cheetah Man like has been patched, and there's a whole like documentary. Like they tried to re-release, like did like a Kickstarter to try to like re-release like Cheetah Man. It would, that would kind of be cool, and you could still play the original broken Cheetah Man and the patched Cheetah Man and all the other bad games. Like I've never experienced that. Like that would be fun.
I don't know if I want to play Cheetah Man. Everything I've
But would
heard
you
about
would
it,
you want to
it's
pay
really bad game.
for like blatantly bad games?
Yeah, no.
I've done that already. What are you
Because
talking
it's
about?
already in the zeitgeist. People know that these games are just like horrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would
Yeah,
you like
the
want to pay
Gremlin collection?
for the
I've done that.
privilege?
Oh, if you think the Gremlin collection is bad, you'll change your mind once you play Cheetah Man.
Yeah.
Who thought that would be a
Oh,
good
you know
hero?
what? If we do computer, go more MSX 1 and 2. Yes.
No, Atari 8-bit. Because you'll actually get
Yeah.
some good games. Why am I yawning? It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, the Konami MSX Antiques was on both Saturn and PS1, but the interesting thing is it was in one collection on the Saturn, and it was in 3 collections on the PS1 for some reason. Like, they had all the games combined into one disc for
Beast
Saturn.
Wrestler, that's your favorite game.
Beast Wrestler like good. Oh, wow. Proper bad.
I mean, it
Well,
wasn't
it might
bad.
be.
Rich loves himself some Beast Wrestler.
I didn't.
There are people that like Beast
No,
Wrestler,
wait,
yes.
sorry, Battle Chess. Battle Chess you like.
Battle Chess is awesome.
And- yeah, Battle Chess is
life.
it's if you like chess, nothing wrong with Battle Chess.
No one likes
God.
chess anymore.
You know, I'm
No
wearing a
bad
Bill
game.
and Ted. No, I don't know if anyone can tell, but I'm wearing a Bill and Ted shirt because this
Yeah.
is the Grim Reaper over here.
I don't know, dude. Looks kind of
Yeah.
like a plaid. Looks like a plaid, man.
It's the Grim Reaper.
McDonald's.
Look,
McDonald's cart. Okay.
The Burger King collection. The Sneak King.
yes,
Sneaking.
let's get sneaking.
That would be.
I have those on my Xbox. It's funny because they came out and they work on 360 and Xbox, which is, I don't know. Back when Microsoft cared about gamers.
Excellent. Right.
Sneaking is the most amazing game if you're drunk.
I find him just so creepy. Like that smile is kind of.
My favorite Burger King commercial is like the one where the guy wakes up and the king's in bed with him, and they say, "Wake up with the
I
king."
remember that.
Oh yeah. Those Burger King commercials are creepy.
You know, Burger King had some good commercials, but you know one that constantly overdues in the U.S. is the Jack in the Box. When I used to live in the U.S., like that, they had like the craziest and the most like seriously, they used to have a different commercial theme every day. Like Felt like all they did was
Well-
do commercials.
We don't have Jack in the Box out here, so I don't see commercials for that.
Oh, Jack in the Box is out in the west.
It's out
and
west.
south.
Yeah, it's out west.
We got
Yeah.
them here. We've
Yeah,
got 'em
they're
here.
pretty not great food. Just a lot of it. They have their menus like a million things on their menu, and none of it's really good. But yeah, when I used to live in Texas, that's when I got introduced to Carl's Jr.'s. That was the first time I ever
Oh,
had
Carl's Jr. is the same as Hardee's. It's
Yeah, we
Hardee's
don't
here.
have Carl's
Yeah.
Jr.'s. We had it in Canada for like a week and a half, and then McDonald's shut it down and built their restaurant on top of it.
You always got to get the sourdough burger at Hardee's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Atari, Dizzy, the Atari Arcade 1 collection isn't as good in general just because there's a lot of games that you really need to have like paddle trackball controls to properly enjoy. But yeah, Pong
Well,
is
no, it's horrible. Our Pong on Atari Arcade 1 is horrible because it even without the controls, it's not emulating the game properly at all. It starts right when you boot it up. It doesn't end. It's programmed wrong.
Yeah, I think that's just one of the ones where Blaze is like, yeah, it's being rotated. We're just going to
It's
pretend
filler.
Atari Arcade 1 doesn't
filler.
exist.
They put a lot of filler in some of those. If they had the trackball and the paddles, man, those collections would be amazing.
They fixed it a little bit with a patch to make some
Yeah.
of those games more playable than they were. But yeah,
But you need that-
still
you need that-
yeah.
A hardware to play that properly.
Like over
Mhm.
half the games in that collection require like
Yeah.
specialized, trackball or dial controllers.
Like Breakout's horrible on anything but like a paddle. Like you just need it.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why I like the Atari console collections better because the controls are good. Everything.
Well, the
plays
funny
like
thing
it's
is,
good.
I could almost forgive playing games like that with a mouse because they're somewhat more playable with a mouse because you
We
have
don't have a
more
Hardee's
precise.
in Canada. We have a Harvey's.
Yeah, but Harvey's is not the same as Hardee's or Carl's Jr.
No.
Yeah, our Harvey's is like
Used to
built
manage-
on burger. It's like Subway, but for burgers.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hardee's! Yeah.
Like,
I
they're
grew up
both-
in Iowa.
the only
Dude.
way you could tell is that they're the same is that they have the star is the same in both logos.
Oh,
I'll-
really?
I'll tell
Yeah.
you why. Okay, I'll tell you why I loved Hardee's growing up. And keep it. This was like before like places were like 24/7, but and all that. Like, but Hardee's, like you could get breakfast at midnight.
Yeah.
I could remember like when I was a lot younger and I would be up 24 hours going there getting food and just like, oh my god, getting like their yeah. I loved Hardee's growing up. Probably now, maybe not as much. Probably wouldn't agree with my stomach as much. Dude, I wish we had. Oh my god, I wish we
Both
had.
are gross.
I'm gonna go with White Castle because first I don't know what
Yeah.
Wendy's did to their buns. I don't like their buns anymore.
I find them
I
both gross.
I can't eat it at White Castle. There is literally nothing at White Castle that I can.
Yeah,
digest
slime
that
burgers,
won't
that's
put me
what's at
either
White
in the
Castle.
hospital.
They're called
or
sliders.
we're in very bad pain.
Yeah, they're slime burgers. Because you got to watch out. Because a lot of times you might get one they're not cooked properly. Like
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a
I
story-
could drive to a White Castle right now in less than 5 minutes. And
Yeah, me too.
can't-
I could go
can't
to.
eat it.
There's at least 3 of them in my near vicinity.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like
we don't
asked
have
my
White
sm-
Castle.
I was with my sister one time and I asked her if she wanted to eat at Wendy's, and she said I don't like Wendy's, and I go okay, and then it turned out she's like I never ate at Wendy's. I was like, well, if you never ate at Wendy's,
Well, yeah,
how
you
do you know
can't
you don't
say
like
that,
it?
right?
And
Like,
I'm
we
like,
don't have,
she's like, well, she goes, their burgers are square. I go, why do you not like square burgers? Because White Castle's burgers are square too, and I don't like that.
I just
It's
don't
like,
like
no,
their
we're getting-
burgers.
The
But,
only White Castle I've had is in the grocery store when you can buy like the frozen ones and all that. But yeah,
Yes, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
They do taste very similar, but yeah.
My favorite
We eat-
burger up here is Fat Burger. It's a California chain. It's pretty
Okay.
popular in BC, so
Yeah.
Fat Burger is amazing. But we don't have Chick-fil-A or what's the big one in the West? In-N-Out. We don't have those two.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah, we
a
don't
reason
have
in
In and
that.
Out. Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah.
so
We don't have those.
as far like I don't know, like for me, like if somebody said, hey, you like as far as for fast food, you could only go to one place. You could only go to one place. I'll tell you, there's only two things I eat there. I like McDonald's nuggets and French fries. I know they're artificial as hell, but they taste consistent and they're fresh. Like I've never been disappointed. Like you know what you're gonna get. Their burgers and everything else, no. But
McDonald's gives me the Crow,
Yes.
Yeah, any burger out there.
Crow, you're
But-
supposed to do the thing. McDonald's
Oh,
gives me the diarrhea.
Yeah.
This.
I don't like your subs. They give me the diarrhea.
For me, that could be any.
Well,
I could be
sometimes it's-
eating any.
You don't like
fast
Whataburger
food.
or whatever it's called?
We don't have that here.
No, but in Texas, it's the big burger, right? Whataburger or whatever it's called? Wawa burger?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of it. I don't know where it's.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
from.
know what-
I've
yeah.
had- truthfully, I don't like. I like getting like burgers from like a real restaurant, like compared to like fast food. It's just I don't know.
That's why I like Fat
Oh,
Burger, because you order
you know-
it, you sit down, they cook it right in front of you, and it's all
Ooh.
good ingredients, and they bring it to you, which is really cool.
You know
You
what
know
I used
who
to
has-
love. Well, and we can talk about off topic things since we're past the hour mark of. I used to love. I used to love like Fuddruckers, but a lot of them have like gone out of business.
Yeah, they're
That
gone. They're
sounds so
gone.
bad.
Yeah. I missed the one that we used to have. We
Don't
used to
make
have
me
one
want a
down the
hamburger.
street. Go
But,
that way.
Five Guys. Do you guys have Five Guys?
Oh yeah, we got Five
Yeah, I
Guys.
guess Five Guys
Yeah,
are great.
Five Guys is not bad. I find they give you too much French fries.
I can't.
I'm sorry though. My favorite hamburger is Portillo's.
Wait,
They also-
Portillo's hamburger?
Yeah, Portillo's.
hot
They're
dogs?
big hot. They
Yeah,
got the best hot dogs too. But they have my favorite hamburgers as well.
Oh, all right. I mean, I still have
That's
dreams about those Portillo's hot dogs.
Yeah,
Yes.
those. I could literally. There's literally 5 Portillo's right in my vicinity.
Dude, it's so good.
You gotta get
it was so
Fat Burger, the bread, though.
it was such a
Have
good
it.
experience that I went online and found out that you could order them.
Oh yeah, you
After
could order.
shipped to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was
It's-
like, yeah. And then we planned a Super Bowl party around the ordered Portillo's hot dog.
Oh,
That's how good they were.
oh my God, Mike! I'm sorry. That was just funny. It's like it's like how I make up these rules like we're completely professional. But no, actually,
you know,
because-
but he also mentioned Wagyu burgers.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
who
yeah.
has that? Is Arby's has that now?
Oh,
Really?
Arby's?
Yeah,
Wagyu guy?
Arby's. Yeah, they have Wagyu burgers, and they're
We
good.
finally got meat on the menu.
They only
Hey,
have-
I
There-
like Arby's. I like their roast beef. I like.
It's like
Dude,
Taco
Arby's-
Bell, right?
Arby's
It's not
is
real meat
Yeah,
at
beef,
Taco
and,
Bell.
beef and cheddar every once in a while is not bad.
Yeah, but Taco Bell doesn't have real meat, right?
Taco Bell is one of the more healthier fast food joints because you can get anything with black beans on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Taco
that's
Bell
true.
meat though
Black
is like
beans
a
are
grade
good.
away from dog food, so that's yeah. I don't.
Anyway,
Well,
Hey,
I only get the chicken.
There's
at-
there's nothing wrong with dog
Taco
food
Bell.
if it's good enough for your dog. You know.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Yeah,
They're
yeah.
they're opening a Taco Bell literally a block and a half away from my house.
I've only one burger restaurant.
that's a Taco Bell.
I'd
Fuck
be,
yeah.
I'd be in
Okay.
trouble if they did that.
Yeah,
Taco Bell up
I'm in
here.
trouble.
Every
That's
Taco
cool.
Bell up here is partnered with a KFC. They're in the same restaurant. Like KFC is on one side. and
Actually,
Taco Bell's
not
on the other.
around here. I've seen that before, but I think they've split them out around here. I haven't seen combination restaurants in quite
Yeah,
a while.
they're like that here, and it used to be Wendy's and Tim Hortons used to be
That's all
in the
you need.
same thing, and then Tim Hortons bought Burger King. So
I mean, yeah, it's a.
Y'all are making me hungry.
Sometimes being spoiled for choice though isn't as
yeah, I'm going out to the mall in
Isn't
a
it
couple
as good?
hours, so I'm pretty sure we'll have one of these things.
One of those things, yeah.
What's funny is
Yeah.
I've got to take my car to the shop like literally right after this, and there's an Arby's
Yeah.
right down the block, but we've already decided to eat somewhere else.
Cool.
Elmo
All right, we
where's
done?
Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
yeah. It's just it's
Taco Bell.
it's kind of been a rule. Like after the first hour, sometimes like if I feel like okay, we just want to kind of BS and all that. Like we've talked about everything Evercade, then that's why I kind of say that. And then like I'm like hard, like the rules are reversed. Like after an hour, then we can talk.
Yeah,
about
they can start
Evercade.
talking about Evercade. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Because
okay with this.
yeah,
It's
because
hard
I
to
really like
keep a
people
show going more than an hour on Evercade. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, people tune in for that.
Well,
but I'm like,
something like major is happening. You know?
yeah. I think there's just some interest. You know, with us just all kind of just
So
like
what we're doing now is pretty much games and stuff every week for the whole show.
stuff in games.
Yeah, Ed makes up stuff. So he's like fake news. He's like Donald Trump. He just rolls it into existence.
No. I am not.
Don't you have to
What are-
love
what-
Donald
what are
Trump?
you
You're
in?
from Texas. You have to love Donald Trump.
God.
It's the rules.
There's never been any rules. Yeah, under rules.
All right, I gotta get going soon. Anyway, I gotta go eat some breakfast.
Yeah, I gotta actually shovel the driveway before I go.
right.
Oh wow,
Final thoughts.
you got the
What do
storm.
y'all-
We
start
get
with Pete.
we have
What-
like
what-
about
what do
2
you got
inches
going on
up,
your channel
an
next
inch or
week?
two, but yeah.
Oh, what I got going on my channel? Well, I'm gonna be doing a members only stream. I might do one tonight and play some Polymega. I just dropped the members only video that's going live on Steam Deck, and I got my Portal reviews up on the channel, a bunch of content, and I'm going to play Duke Nukem Collection 2 this weekend. It's on my thing, so look forward to that coming out next week. Plus a surprise Evercade video that's going to piss off a lot of people, or maybe no one, but
Oh, no.
it's coming up.
Well, I'll be looking forward to that, I guess.
Time to stir the pot. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and when I do my stream with Crow and him tomorrow, the games and stuff podcast, I'll be giving away channel membership. For the month of January.
Ooh.
That's very cool.
Oh, I'll have to figure out
I
how
need
to
to look
do
into
that.
that.
It's just random. It's funny. You want to hear an interesting story? I told Crow. So
Yes.
I did it before Christmas and gave away 5, and it just randomly takes not randomly. It goes through the algorithm of the channel and finds the people who watch your content the most and interact the most.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
one of the persons that gave the free membership to, I checked out that person's channel, and he's probably one of the biggest haters out there of my content,
Oh,
which
wow.
is hilarious. So
That
get a
is
free
hilarious.
membership to my channel.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
pretty
hilarious.
great.
I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
So do you have to like hit a button to make that happen? Or is
Yeah.
it-
So when you're on your stream, you click down to membership, like the money button on your stream. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
talk about it after the show. But yeah, and then it says gift memberships, and you can gift 5 at a time, and you're allowed to gift 10 per month. That's it.
So do I have,
You don't
I
get
have
any
to go
revenue
through?
from it or anything. But we
So
should
do I just
probably
have to
not
go
talk
through
about that
YouTube?
now.
Because I guess you can't do it through StreamYard. Maybe that's.
No, you do it through your regular chat window on YouTube. But anyway,
All right.
so tomorrow night, tune in, and if you're a big watcher of my channel anyway, you have a chance to get a free membership
Nice.
for 1 month. That's it.
That's pretty cool.
That's all. Yeah, I'm with you, Ballistic. I'm just making money off the hate.
Bone show.
Crow, what's going on in your channel? Because Ed just absolutely just lost his hosting rights. So, Crow, what's going on in your channel?
You look busy, too busy.
Yeah,
But
he's trying to figure out how to gift memberships.
Yeah.
See?
I opened it. Yeah, exactly.
well,
You can do it right now if you want. Just
So what do I click on? Like I see there's like
anyway, Crow. Well, he's figuring out stuff. So go to your chat window in YouTube, and down at the bottom of right, you see a little dollar sign.
yes.
Click on that, and you should have the ability to say membership gifting. When you click on that, you can gift memberships.
Buy memberships for viewers.
You don't have show support for Evercade Effect, and you can do membership gifting. Crow, what's going on in your channel, Crow?
I have literally just posted that video for Legend of Wukong, so
Yeah, it's
that's
awful.
there.
The video's good. The game is awful.
I can say that. I can literally say that because I've played through the whole game.
You only
And
need
I-
to play a little bit of that game to
No,
make that
no.
determination.
I would say that I would say about halfway through the game, I would say if I only played a certain number of hours, I would say it was okay
Cool.
game.
There you go. So
There we
these are
go.
people that interact with your channel. Now, it won't gift to existing members. So just to let you know the rules here, you guys get the membership. You have to accept it, but it doesn't renew. It doesn't auto-renew. It doesn't ask for anything private information. It's just a gift, and you get it for a month, for 30 days.
That's
And you
pretty
can do
cool.
5 at a time.
But yeah, the
You gotta
your
click
level
allow
cap,
gift, yeah,
you wouldn't know that you
cool.
have a level cap of 50. So once you hit 50, there's absolutely no reason to fight anybody ever again, unless you absolutely have to. You just run away from every fight because you're not going to gain anything from it. There's a load of other issues with the game, which I won't get into, but so I can actually move on to the next game. And I did get memberships up on my channel as well, and I will be probably doing some sort of giveaway because I
Was
have
your first member?
No, you were not. You were like the fourth.
Ah,
I don't canceling my membership then.
Okay, that's fine.
Probably
But yeah,
won't be
get
for-
I have 5 codes for a game that isn't out yet. So it's Super Slots Pinball something or other. they gave me 6 codes for it. So, and I'm going to give away 5 codes to members. If not all the members want one, then it'll have to spill over to non-members. But I'll have to figure out a way to give those away. But I haven't done that yet.
I'll talk about something tomorrow about what I got sent to me that I might be able to get some codes for people too. So it'll be cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'll start giving those away, guys. I may not. Don't hold me to updating my end screen until because
you can only do 10 a month, Ed.
Oh, okay.
So you just gave away all your memberships on today's stream.
That's fine. I mean, dude, because go to the members only playlist, and you can see all those like past videos and stuff that I have. And if you like it, maybe you'll stay. If not, hey, you had fun watching those. I think next week I might do my follow-up video to the Dukes. It's either going to be that or maybe my Super Pocket comparison. I don't know. I'll have to see, but I think something like that is what I'm going to have come out next week. Cool.
Rich, what's going on your channel?
Well, we've had the deluge of items appear over here at Bacon Ice Cream Studios. We got the Polymega, we got Evercade carts galore, we've got all sorts of crazy nonsense. But now it's time to turn it around and actually make content with all this stuff. So that's what's going to happen. I've been doing a whole bunch of different Polymega videos. More will be coming. An upgrade video for the Polymega is coming very, very, very soon because I decided to get an NVMe. So we're going to throw that in and see what's going on that. We got to catch up on some games on the TAR VCS. And then, of course, we got to dive into these collections on Evercade. So lots of game-related content coming very, very soon over here.
Nice.
And, and then some more, some more stuff that we've been working on with the GTC. We've been working on some stuff. So that'll be coming out real soon. So that's pretty much it.
And then I think we might do a Calling All Retro Gamers next week.
That's right. Yeah. Cargon, I don't know, like midweek-ish. So, yeah, man.
All right. Anybody want to have the final word before I roll the outro?
No. Come watch tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Me and Crow talking about something. Games and some stuff.
Yep. Check that out. And thanks, everyone, for watching.